Well, good afternoon from Kaplan Morrell, and I'm not exactly in the traditional Kaplan Morrell office, but we're working no matter where we are. And I wanted to talk about PTSD, mental impairment, mental depression, etc. And June was PTSD month, and we do deal with with post-traumatic stress disorder sometimes when workers' compensation injuries. And how does workers' compensation handle PTSD claims? And the answer shouldn't surprise you, but maybe it will. Shocker, not very well. So the first thing that you need to know is PTSD claims, mental depression claims are different in workers' compensation in Colorado. If you're injured on the job, it is not unusual for you to have some element of depression, some element of post-traumatic stress disorder, depending on the type of injury that you've had, and it's going to be a fight. So typically what you need to know is the law treats two types of claims differently. There's kind of mental claims and mental physical claims. So mental claims are where you have suffered a physical injury. You've been hit by a car, you've been hit by something, a pack of rhinos came out and trampled you. And as a result of that physical injury, you now also have a mental claim. And in those types of situations, your treatment, your counseling, any sort of medications will be covered on it, okay? But if you have what's called a mental claim, meaning there was no physical injury to you, it's going to be challenging because Colorado law does not treat mental claims very well, and they require a bunch of additional proof. Number one is you've got to have the testimony, it can be in report form, of a licensed psychologist or a psychiatrist. Number two, the stress or the event that caused the PTSD or the depression or the mental issue can't be common to your field of employment. For example, if you are a first responder and someone dies in front of you, and because of that you have PTSD, well, the insurance company is likely to defend that, hey, as a first responder, having people die in front of you is a normal course of your business. It's not unusual to your field and occupation. On the other hand, if you're just a secretary that works in the office and people aren't dying around you, well, and someone dies in front of you, that would not be considered a usual stress. So you've got to prove that. Number two is if you have a mental claim, they limit your benefits. And they limit your benefits in general to 12 weeks. That's either 12 weeks of lost wages or 12 weeks of impairment. And that limitation can be somewhat brutal. There are always exceptions. And so, for example, if what happened to you was what was called a crime of violence, those limitations don't apply. If what happened to you caused an organic change in your brain, those limitations don't apply. So these are some of the aspects on how Colorado treats PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder or any sort of mental impairment claim. You'll get the treatment, but they try to limit your lost wages and they try to limit your impairment unless you meet one of those exceptions. And those exceptions can be tricky to prove. And therefore, as always, having a lawyer can help you. So if you or anyone you know has been injured on the job and in Colorado and needs help, we are the law firm that runs this maze every day with our clients. And we would love to be able to talk with you. We offer free consultations. Give us a call anytime, 970-356-9898. Visit our website, and we will be happy to see you. Bye.